Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It is Francesco here. If you are new to the Keep Productive YouTube channel, welcome. If you are a regular, welcome back. So we are back with the regular segment of the month. We are talking about applications of the month. Now this is one of my favorite features, mainly because I get to talk about all of those apps and sort of websites and things that I've discovered across the month that are pretty handy and useful to your daily routine. Now most of these will cover sort of lifestyle and productivity, so hopefully they will give you something to use throughout your day. So just before we dive into those applications, I just want to thank the sponsor for the apps of the month in October, Bitrux24. Bitrux24 provides a suite of social collaboration, communication and management resources for you and your team to get things done across their day. Now I've been able to play around with Bitrux24 for a few days last month, and it's a comprehensive resource for teams to get things done. They've got some great collaboration tools inside there, so the likes of Kanban and all of those different project views, combined with the ability to communicate with your team all inside the application. So that resource is going to be available to download in the description below, and you can check all the information out on their website, which I'll include below too. So without further ado, let's jump into some of the apps of the month. Now the first app on the list is Timely. This is a time tracking application that I reviewed alongside Todoist a couple of weeks ago. Now it's a pretty functional application, mainly because what it can do is allow you to track your billing hours across a day using the web, Mac and Windows app, and you can also use the iOS and Android app to basically keep track of all the time where you spend your time and also collaborate with others on projects. Now it's quite a cool way if you're an employer looking to tally all of the timesheets and things like that, scheduling, but if you're an individual freelancer who likes to bill their time, it's an awesome app. Plus you can connect it with Todoist, which I know you all love, so feel free to check that one out in the description below. So the next application came from a discovery when I was just searching around for like motivation based applications, because I think it's sometimes helpful to get those motivation apps in play. Mainly for people when they're studying or doing work and they just want to kick or like to change and shift their mindset. I found an application called Motivate. It's basically an application where you have this feed of all of the videos that you can watch, and you can jump into different videos themed on different areas, like it could be like rebirth or like remotivate or like grind and things like that, and basically watch them to remotivate yourself and get yourself in that motivated mood. So the next application is available on web at the moment. They're working on an iOS and Android application. It actually came from a recommendation from you guys. I actually got someone to send me this thing called a Wakelet, and I was like, what is this? So I quickly discovered what it was. It basically is an application on the web where you can basically create one link for lots of different links. So for example, let's say you're putting together like a portfolio, or like maybe in a playlist or a useful list of resources for people to go and enjoy, and you want one link for it all. Basically Wakelet allows you to do that, and you can create that inside of their web application, and once you send that to someone, it's an easy way for them to digest. So I've included a Wakelet in the description with all of my favorite videos from last week that will hopefully help you give a bit of motivation and productivity advice. They're from lots of other people, so feel free to check that one out. I'll include it in the description below. So the next one is called Time Tree. This is a calendar application that I saw on the App Store a couple of weeks ago, and I heard a few of you guys mentioning it on Twitter, so I thought I'd check it out. Essentially, it's an application where you can start tracking your calendar events, but the cool thing is you can start clipping things as well, so notes, ideas, tasks and things like that inside of the calendar application, so that you can keep everything organized and ready. Now the cool thing is there's quite a lot of customizations, so you can make it all colorful and pretty elusive as well, which is pretty cool. And one of the applications that I'll be making sure to review in a future feature standalone. Inside of the application as well, you have the ability to see a feed as well, so you can connect to other people's calendars and time trees to see all of their future events and activities. I would recommend this application more for students who are looking for a pretty comfortable and easy to get on calendar application. The next application is called Allo. This is something I didn't really expect to be that good. My friends invited me, my friend Stephen Rowley, he invited me over to Allo to try it, and I knew about it obviously because Google has Allo and Duo, their video and text messaging abilities, but I can imagine for Android users like Steve and other people, they tend to like these sort of default applications because they use the text message SMS function as well. So you've got all of your SMSs and text there, but it's actually become our group chat now as a friendship group. And it's actually quite a cool way to send messages. You can customize the backgrounds, you can send GIFs and all that regular stuff, but it just is so easy to use and useful to get on with. Plus, like WhatsApp and other applications, you can log in through web, so there's easier to access through when you're on the browser on the MacBook or Windows. Next application, I'll probably be doing a feature separately on it called Evolve. Now this is an application that uses AI to track your food, and what's cool about it is you can use the AI function to speak into the application and say like 5 eggs, 1 kale, 3 bananas, and it will basically detect all that food that you ate in the morning, and you can attach it to your breakfast, lunch, dinner or snacks. This is actually a neat way to just keep yourself in line with all of your macro tracking, which is calorie intake and nutrition. And it's just a really nice application overall. It's probably one of my favorite ones alongside the likes of LifeSum. So definitely recommend that one. And the cool thing is it's growing and growing in sort of capacity. So it will be further improving itself and its database. So another one, Morning Review. This is an application I actually took some time out to do a separate review on. Morning Review is essentially a tool that you can use to track and create your own morning routine. And you can just use a timer to go through the morning. It's quite cool because it gives you the ability, if you're a complete morning person or brand new to it, or you want to create some sort of routine, just get started with it. You can add some recommendations from their suggestions and even completely copy a routine from the likes of Tim Ferriss or Tony Robbins or even like Oprah Winfrey and actually have that there, but it's actually a very handy application for that. So I'll be including that full review in the description below. And finally, the recommendation I have for Android users, and this is an Android only application, is called App Lock. This gives you the ability to lock your applications, and it actually has a lot of customizations, but the good thing is it's a very secure application, allowing you to keep all of that stuff locked away and making sure it's secure inside of the application. So if you're an Android user, App Lock is one of my highly recommended apps. So guys, that was all of the applications for today. I just want to thank Bitrix24. Here is some of their footage of the actual project management itself. As I said, I used it a bit for last month and I was pretty impressed with it. And the guys reached out and said they'd like to sponsor today's video, so it's a real pleasure to have them on board as a sponsor. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to download those apps. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of those applications. It could be amazing to hear what you guys think, and also recommend the apps that you like as well in the comments below. And also, before we go, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It'd be great to have you as a regular viewer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to have a great week, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.